Despite your efforts to stave it off, the gnawing power within you demands more magic.
He's almost got past.
We got him now, eh? And once the whelp starts singing.
Ah, the orb's cravings have returned, more powerful than ever. I need to consume a powerful dose of weave from a magic item, and soon. It looks like I'm actually going to have to go to camp real quick just to fulfill that. So before I step any further in, I'll bring everybody with me. And I'll go with this ring of color spray because it is the cheapest item. And I will consume it.
The item was enough to quell the orb's complaints. It remains disturbed, disjointed. It will not be appeased by such fare much longer.
It seems my treatment is no longer effective. The last item I consumed was barely enough to quell the orb's tumult. For now, I'll continue my journey and keep a close eye out for anything that promises a more permanent solution. And at this point, we know that as a companion, Gale comes clean to the party, which is basically why I brought everybody here. So let us talk to Karlach first and see if it gives me the option to tell her.
What's on your mind?
It doesn't. I suppose Shadowheart? Also, there may be a conversation with Shadowheart about Shar while we're at camp.
Shar's blessings upon you.
Alright, yeah, so there's stuff to talk to Shadowheart about. Let's go ahead and do that. The artifact seems to be protecting us somehow. Do you still have it?
Quite the understatement, but yes, I have it. And I'll guard it with my life.
Curious that you just happen to have an item that can protect us. How did you come by it?
I was part of a group sent by my cloister. We were to take the artifact from the Githyanki and bring it to Baldur's Gate, no matter the cost. Though it turned out the cost was very steep. I was the only one of the group to survive. I took the artifact and fled, only to be ensnared by mind flayers before I could finish the mission. That's all I know. That's all I need to know.
How can you go to all this trouble and not understand why?
I told you already. I surrendered my memories for the sake of the mission. Shar's secrets must be protected. Duty demands it. Once I fulfill my mission, I can have my memories restored.
Blind duty, spoken like a true pawn. They tend to get sacrificed first, you know.
How cynical. I should borrow that line sometime. But if I have to die, so be it. Like I said, faith.
I'll let the matter drop for now. Why were you in pain before?
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shar. I can feel her influence somehow.
Why would Shar subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shar has her reasons.
What causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shar will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
How can you manage living with such a thing?
It's less difficult than you might imagine, when you can't remember life without it. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shar. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
Turn to other matters. I want to talk about your Shar worship.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
You should trust me. We're in the same boat after all. So close.
I said not for discussion.
I might have to reconsider traveling with you if you keep secrets from me.
Then reconsider, if you're sure you can survive without me.
Turn to other matters. I can't in good conscience say I have no problems with Shar worshippers. And I'm going to pull on this thread real quick. I want to talk about what's happened to us.
Fine. What's on your mind?
I am not at this point just going to kick her out of the party though. So, okay. It didn't give me the opportunity to tell Karlach or Shadowheart. What about Lae'zel?
Speak.
Tell Lae'zel about the orb in your chest and how it came to be there.
A quest for power and a goddess's retribution. A classic tale of hubris. A folly even the Githyanki are known to suffer from. Not that I could relate, of course. My choices seem simple enough. 1, slay you and be done with it. 2, go my own way. 3, keep you well fed with powerful magic. The first 2 are tempting, I must say. But a good wizard's spells are as valuable to me as my blade is to them. So choice 3 it is. We will fatten you with the artifacts you require. And when I need your aid, I'll make certain you return the favor. A fair trade by any estimation.
Okay. And I think once we've told somebody the way origin story secrets go is now everybody knows. I'm going to check that real quick and see if anybody mentions it. Not from Karlach or Shadowheart, but what about Astarion?
Yes?
So, about you biting me.
I've already apologized. What more do you want?
You have to understand that you can't drink people's blood.
What? Look, I swear I won't come after yours. But anyone's? You know what I am now. I can fight with all my weapons, teeth included. And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit during a fight, what's the harm? They're just as dead.
There is a pragmatic side to Gale. So, alright, but I'll be watching.
Excellent. Now, shall we go? I'm already feeling a little peckish.
Tell me about your history.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
How does one become a vampire exactly?
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free. And a true vampire.
In theory.
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen.
And I suppose I should talk to Will, since I'm here.
Well met.
Okay. We can continue on in the Shattered Sanctum then. And there's Sazza.
Oi! Ain't no party in here. Shut it, Graw.
Olak cleared us. Got a visitor for the drow, I do.
My arse. What's a true soul want with any mate of yours?
Private business, that is. Raiding business. But if anyone wants a piss pot guarded, we'll call.
Just get your friend branded proper. Right, Sazza? Got better things to do than...
No, you don't. Come on, then.
bloody racket.
Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Seluna. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here.
Not your usual hunt, I take it.
Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
Being boozing won't make the branding go any easier. I tried.
Also, there's a couple of goblins up here to talk to, but no need to bring... Well, actually, yeah, I should bring people. In fact, I should remember to renew my Detect Thoughts while we're out of combat, because it's ritual. Or, not combat necessarily, but if you do it within a conversation, just like if you do it during turn-based mode, it will take up a spell slot.
We got him now, eh? And once the whelp starts
This
singing...
ain't the party, mate. No fooling around. Get back down.
Okay.
That'll be some real fun.
Is there one to talk to over here?
Oh, I thought you was my replacement. But no. I bet Merg has drunk herself stupid.
Bloody racket.
I could have sworn that there... Oh, there's a chest over there.
They're just
I could have
having a
sworn
bit
that there were more goblins over
Aye,
here.
So much fun. And those thieves almost got past.
Maybe they only show
We
up
got
if
him now, eh?
you get into a
Once
fight.
the whelp starts singing, we'll know who sent them.
Aye. Maybe we'll pay him a visit in return. That'll be some real fun. Forgive the reception, eh, mate? Had some intruders a while back, can't be too careful.
Was there a druid among these intruders?
A druid? Can't be sure. Got one of them chained up below, though. Just follow the hollering. Bloody racket.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, smell that meat sizzling. Can't tell if it's the branding or the party. Making me bloody hungry either way.
We got him now, eh? And once the whelp starts singing...
It's good you ain't causing trouble. Boss means business now he's got the absolute in his ear.
That'll be some real fun.
Do you hear the Absolute's voice? Do you feel her?
Ain't polite to stare, Wormwalt. If you ain't got the guts to get branded, clear off.
Why would I let anyone scar me for life?
Ain't just a mark on the flesh. It's magic. Only them what follows the Absolute can see it. Lets us know you're on our side. That way, nobody will mess with ya.
Leave.
Look at this. That's God's mark.
Then I hear her voice.
You're too feeble. Her voice is a blade. It'll cut your brain to bits.
Oh.
You here to get branded too? Priestess reckons we should get marked up before the next raid. Make sure whoever we're sticking it to knows we're doing it for the Absolute.
Me? You lot ain't proved yourselves yet.
You turn if you want to get the mark. How you doing?
Priestess Gut. This is the one that Sazza told us about.
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh.
Oh, I think Gale is probably... Well, actually, first, let's trade. Oh, you've got some potions. And a hill giant finger. Alright. Now, I think Gale is probably pretty pain avoidant, so... Why should I let you brand me?
Let's the faithful recognize one another quick sharp. That way nobody'll mess with ya. And it's charged with magic. Ordinary slobs can't see it. Only us that follow the Absolute. You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting.
Actually, I'd rather not go through with this.
Maybe you don't need it. After all, you're special, ain't ya? Like me.
She probes your mind, tangling your thoughts with hers. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the Goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the Goblin priestess in the temple once again.
Push deeper into her mind. After all, Gale prize.
Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy. Her tadpole nestles within that mania, secure, hidden.
I feel you in there, digging around. Works both ways. And I saw some weird shadows swimming around in your head just now. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another.
Do you think you can fix whatever's causing those shadows?
With the Absolute's will, I can fix anything. Let's deal with this in my chapel. It's private. Don't want this lot interfering with true soul business.
Oi!
The tadpoles
Priestess,
speak to them and they think
we
it's a
want
new
the mark.
god.
Yeah.
If this
Ain't we
Absolute
good enough
uses
for
the
the
tadpoles to
Absolute?
speak to true souls, that makes them more than deviant. It makes them dangerous.
How you doing?
There's a potion of healing sitting here unclaimed. I'll take that.
Leave me alone. I ain't got time for chatter.
Another outsider come to see the boss? Mind your manners now, or he'll throw you in the pit.
Unless you like big, bristling, hairy legs, I wouldn't go down there, mate. That's the spider pit.
And Gut went this way. But there's some people over here.
That the jingle of coin I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today, so I'm feeling generous. You recognize the crest she bears, the winged serpent of the Zentarim.
You're no normal trader, are you? You're a part of the Black Network.
Half right, sharp eyes. As then is a normal trader. Just a matter of what's for sale. Weapons and other exotic goods, true enough. But most of all, we offer discretion. No judgment, no right and wrong, just good deals and bad. That a problem for you?
I'm not interested in trading with a Zent.
Suit yourself. You'll be back when you have need. Just make sure you have coin, too.
Nothing for you in there, mate. Wouldn't go in there. Lest you fancy blowing your bones all the way to Baldur's Gate.
I think there's something up there.
What's that?
Is that all it was? Oh, there's a chest, but it's not ours. So let's follow Gut.
Oi, come here. I ain't waiting around. Ready to clear your head?
What exactly are you going to do?
Whatever the Absolute tells me to. Don't worry, she loves you. I can tell.
All right, I'm ready.
Don't want a crowd of gawpers. Everybody else needs to leave.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood. Without delay.
Salutations.
Ready to clear your head?
Okay.
Smart. All you need to do is open yourself to the Absolute. And I'll do the rest. Don't want anyone peeping on private matters, so... There we go. Secret and safe. Well, secret.
Psionic feelers creep across your mind, like a pickpocket's fingers seeking flaws in fabric.
Seal your mind against the intrusion.
It's all slippery in there. What are you hiding?
Fine, relax, directing her to the memory of your infection.
An image of the Mind Flayer reaches out to her from your memories.
Helps! We need to fish that thing out before it eats any important parts of your brain.
Pretty sure one of those parasites is squirming in your head too.
No. It's messing with your brain. You're seeing things, probably hearing voices too, yeah?
Then get it out of me.
Don't you worry. I've got everything I need to fix you. Might get a bit messy, though.
What exactly does your plan involve?
It involves you putting your trust in the Absolute. Simple.
Well, I've got my friends nearby to back me up. I'm ready.
You won't regret this. Being a true soul, you know the Absolute don't like to touch nothing unclean. So drink this. It'll purify ya.
You recognize telltale flecks of werejackal blood. It's a potion of sleep.
That'll put me to sleep. Are you trying to trick me?
I ain't deceiving nobody. I'm trying to help.
All right, drink the potion.
Sweet dreams. I'll see your ugly mug on the other side. Wakey, wakey. Don't bother struggling. You ain't going nowhere. The Absolute wants to know all about that critter in your head. So start talking.
I was abducted. A mind flayer infected me with this thing.
I know that much. I saw the whole horrible story in your memories. And I know what happens next. Your teeth fall out, your skin rips off, and you turn into one of them.
You're infected. The same thing will happen to you.
Lies! I'm stronger than ever, and I've got the Absolute on my side. But you're on your own. Nothing more than a skin suit for that monster inside you. You're gonna be my new pet. A ferocious squiddy, all for myself.
You test the weight of the chains, looking for weak points.
Neither of those is great for me, but I do have at least a bonus to strength. Tense your muscles straining against the chains. Ooh. I have some potions of Hill Giant strength. I don't know why it lets me use them while I'm chained up, but sure, why not? And I'm not going to use inspiration.
Your muscles burn with the effort, but the chains hold strong.
Acrobatics? Dislocate your wrist and wriggle free?
A sharp pain shoots through your arm as the bone pops out of place. The chains hold tight.
Well, nothing for it but to preserve your strength.
Open your papers, freak. It's time. You should be sprouting tentacles by now. But you're still the same kind of ugly you always was. Disappointing not to have my own squiddy. But your giblets will make for a tasty supper.
sorry. I may have left that a little late. No lasting damage, I hope?
I'm still breathing at least. Thank you.
It's my master you should thank. When you got yourself in this predicament, he sent me to help. You'll meet him again soon, and have a chance to show your gratitude. In the meantime, try not to get yourself killed. I won't always be watching.
Can I bring the others in? Oh, and Polma is dead as well. They're too far away. I get a key. A rancid note. That Slobberchops druid who was nosing around ain't just some tomb-robbing adventuring type. Calls himself Housen. Ugly name for an ugly bastard. I had a little word or two with him before the lashers were put his hairy arse in the pens. Said he thinks there's something rotten inside us. Inside me. Reckons he can help get rid of the rot. I told him we don't need any help from nobody. Never did, and especially not now the Absolute's taking a shine to us. I says there'll be something rotten inside him soon enough. There's a lot of rancid meat down in the pens, and where we cut him open, I'll make sure he stays alive long enough for the maggots to make a nest of him. Alright, so we have the Priestess's key, a padlock key, a Mind Flayer Parasite specimen, the Absolute's Talisman, and an Absolute's Warboard. This is... I may as well give the Absolute's Warboard to Lae'zel. Because it does apparently give heroism at least. Even if she doesn't have the brand, so it won't get her the +1 bonus to saving throws. And then the Talisman, somebody could do aid. I think we're already getting aid from somebody, but Shadowheart doesn't have a next slot, so at the very least, the next time we rest, we could get that aid without using one of her spell slots. And speak with dead.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What was your purpose here?
Absolute Priestess.
Where are you from?
My mother's swollen gut.
Who is the Absolute?
God. Everything. Everyone.
And what happened to you?
Murdered. Infidel.
And who are you?
True soul. God.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Interesting. Let's explore. Easy enough.
Now I can bring everybody else back. Karlach has taken Priestess's key from Gale using magic pockets. And Karlach has something to say.
There you are. Glad you're all right. What happened in there?
I thought Priestess Gut was going to kill me, but somebody appeared at just the right time.
Really? Who?
A servant of Raphael, the Cambion we met.
Ugh. So now the rat is sending out cockroaches. Joy. Glad you're in one piece, but I doubt this little favor will come without a price. Let's get rid of this tadpole. Cambion might lose interest when we're a little less, well, interesting. There are enough absolutists in this place to fill a reserve trench. One of them must have something interesting to say, right? Let's find out.
Alright, but let's go back into the quarters then.
Color me curious.
Burned from the inside out. Must have been our warlock friend.
Alright, and then...
Killed without a mark. Who the hells does she serve?
Chest
Let's
over
have
here.
A peek inside.
Amulet of Misty Step. Misty Step is good for pretty much anybody. I think I do already have it as a possibility for myself. Who else might? Lae'zel doesn't have an amulet. Let's give it to her. And one thing she could do with that is if she finds herself in melee but wants to throw, she could Misty Step away and throw.
That's cute.
Also, we have a bunch of journal entries to look at. Alright, we learned that Astarion was a slave of the Tsar family. He couldn't refuse orders from them and believes that might still be the case. We told Astarion that he couldn't feed on innocents, but enemies were fair game. We spoke to Shadowheart about the pain that her mysterious wound inflicted on her. She believes it may be part of her training, punishing her whenever she strays from Shard's teachings. She told us that she had allowed her memory to be suppressed. Oh yeah. Priestess Gut, one of the Goblins' leaders, was defeated. We found a special parasite like our own. We were drawn to its potential. We used the power of our parasite to exert an influence beyond ourselves. How far does this power go? We learned that the Goblins imprisoned the survivors deep within their camp. Halsin could be held captive here if he survived. We were drugged and imprisoned by Priestess Gut. She hoped that we'd turn into a mind flayer so she could study us. We need to get out of here now. And now that we have some privacy, Priestess Gut is prepared to assist us. All we need to do is drink a potion. We decided to trust Priestess Gut. If we follow her to her chapel, she'll examine the parasite. Okay. Instead of healing us, Priestess Gut imprisoned us to watch us while we transform.
That's cute.
Lunite symbols. They're just like the dwarf's poem described. From the look of it, they can be rotated.
Yeah. Now, you can see... I don't know if there's any here. Let's take another look at that poem. cluster of stars and lunar phases are sketched beneath. So I don't see that symbol in this area.
Forthwith.
Ah. So I was looking for in-game clues so I could justify solving that puzzle. And back in Guts' room, next to this canopy bed, there's a Selûnite journal. Most of the pages in this aged journal have been hastily torn out, perhaps for kindling. Thus the interlocking circles will bring the full moons to match the stars, while casting darkness where it belongs at the bottom. That chasm to the Underdark will stay sealed. I confess the designs are not foolproof to outsiders, but I had to sacrifice complexity for material resilience. I've always wondered why Selûne took me from the Hall of Wonders to serve at this temple as a priestess. Perhaps this was the reason. And then that updates. Find the Night Song. We found an old journal that detailed how to unlock the passage to the temple beneath the goblin camp. We need to match the moon and stars while casting darkness at the bottom. So we'll go back to the thing. So, if we presume that this is like facing from where we came in, this would be the bottom. So we would want to move all of the dark spots to the bottom. So in my opinion, step one is to get two of them next to each other. And then now these are the only ones that will change by rotating others. So let's rotate this one into that spot, and then let's rotate this one to here, and then to here.
Down it is, I suppose.
Sage, the phases unfold. Inspiration. Solve the moon puzzle, sealing the door to the Underdark. And journal. We solved the puzzle in the goblin camp, revealing a secret passage that leads underground. Looks like it closed back up on us. And there's a logbook here. Marked as a reference material for the temple archive, this logbook contains transcripts of magical sendings from the temple to the depths below. This record seems to be an exchange dating from near the temple's foundation. Jarrus, enough foolishness. A new temple with settlers to guide, and your rather scrabble in the dark below. We're clerics of Selûne, act like it. Morna, the lady lights the way. What is this Underdark but a path her light hasn't touched yet? Come, we can debate theology in the new chapel. New chapel? Those materials were meant for the temple proper, not your playground down there. What am I to tell the House of the Moon? Tell them to start packing. There are caverns down there to dwarf the inner cathedral. The builders are almost done, and so we go deeper. Enough, Initiate. The Underdark is no place for games. Those are novices with you, not silver stars. Return immediately. Initiate, don't ignore me. I know you took ample components for ascending. Respond. Jarrus, respond. Fortified what we can, but wards won't last. Sealed the tunnel, and do not follow. You are right. This place belongs to them. Jarrus, hold fast. Whatever it is, I'm sending reinforcements. Just hold on. No. No more death. Ordered novices to collapse tunnel. You'd be proud of them. Forgive me. We only meant to spread her light. Jarrus, High Initiate in the Lady's Light. And that gives us a clue of what we're about to walk into.
Seems worthy of a Githyanki warrior's estimation.
Ah, to be deemed worthy by the great Lae'zel of Kresh Kalir.
Continue as you have, Karlach, and you will achieve the same.
So anyway, we also have... Oh, no, not yet. Oh, I could have sworn it. Oh, yeah. Journal updated. Find the night song. The trail goes cold in the Underdark. Where is the night song? I'm gonna look around just in case we can find the key. If you come over here, you can see this Minotaur getting hurt by the things. And if you... I may have done it a bit too soon, but you can sort of snipe the Minotaur. So let's...
Indolence breeds madness.
Let's throw a regular javelin to start.
As I was taught.
Critical miss.
Let's get on with it.
I must keep going.
Path is interrupted, huh?
Don't burn yourself. Soldier?
And I'll throw a javelin too, if I can, yeah?
Ought to do it.
Elminster's not around. So might
Can
as well.
Gale finish you off with the Ray of Frost? No. Does anybody have any bonus actions that could be used?
What a charmer.
Can't afford to stay idle.
I applaud your taste.
Blackets will be done.
Because if we end the turn, that Minotaur will almost certainly get killed by the thing, and we won't get the experience. So I think I will have Lae'zel consume a potion of speed. and then have her throw. All I need is 1 point of damage. A void bulb. Right there. Good enough. And then we got the experience for that.
Quickly then.
The air is ripe with magic. Adventure awaits.
And then faded logbook here. Most of the small logbook is left empty. The last entry reads log 182. I was wrong. Should have paid more attention to the drow sightings. Should have known they were only a prelude. Stupid to think we had outsmarted them. This will be my last entry. Minth will keep the records from now on. And then there's a faded logbook over here. Now that one was 182, so this is... Yeah, that one was 182, so it's actually after all of these. Signs of life near the outpost, intelligent, clearly trying to hide. Still can't find the mysterious shapes, they know how to cover their tracks, possibly drow. The next few entries are too faded to read. Led them south, rumors of a spectator there, let the Underdark solve its own problems. No sightings, no sightings. Minth saw statues down south, shaped like drow. Spectators shouldn't do that. Either way, it's one less problem to worry about. And then there's In Search of the Night Song. Fascinating that such seemingly valuable object has proven so difficult to track down. Indeed, treasure hunters the realm over have traveled to the Sword Coast with one goal in mind, to find the Night Song. Yet, each by each they have failed, indicating dead ends, rebuffs, or else disappearing altogether. My latest enquiry was with a half-orc named Gale, who insisted he'd come as close as possible to the relic as one may go without forfeiting his or her life. He indicated that the object is not, as most reports indicate, in the Selûnite fort adjacent to the river Kiantar. It is, in fact, held in an old Sharan fortress somewhere in the environs of Moonrise Towers. However, Gale reported that some kind of potent shadow prevents one from approaching where this fortress might be. And then we found a book that told of a secret Sharan temple that contains the Night Song. It is hidden underground somewhere near Moonrise Towers. So we can't do much with that at the moment.
Could be interesting.
Tattered notes. The place is dark, but the lady's light shines yet. Just as the drow had almost broken through, Jarrus rallied the last of the initiates and charged forth. For a moment, the cavern shone with Selûne's own brilliance. I'd have gladly gone with them, wound or no, but Jarrus bade me stay and hold the gate until his return. I am to keep the records, too. I'll save space to write of his victory. It's been days, hours, since we collapsed the tunnel. They were supposed to return after the battle. I cannot dig it out on my own. My eyes won't get used to this darkness, but I can hear them stripping the dead. I'm sorry, I haven't learned the death rites yet, but I will hold the gate, I promise. This final entry is barely visible. More faint scratches than legible writing. Sorry. And there is a Selûnite key. Does it open this gate? It does. And then there's a chest here. I suppose I should at least check to see if the key also opens the chest. I guess not.
I'm ready.
So, Shadowheart. Guidance on Lae'zel.
Eager for battle. A minor hindrance.
Very nice. Step over to the side.
That's curious.
And we notice a secret door. But let's go ahead and open the chest. Helmet of Smiting. Well, this is for paladins, and none of us are paladins. And we're no longer feeding our magic, so I don't need to use it for that. So it's probably...
Careful, Lae'zel. It's dark around here. Would be a terrible shame to lose you forever.
Yes. Do keep your wits, Shadowheart. Should a dagger suddenly slice your neck, we may never know who's to blame.
Petty squabbles. A wooden chest here.
Nasty surprise.
And then this
Caution
opulent
is one.
chest here actually has a trap on it, so let's back everybody
Certainly.
out.
Flackets will be done.
Renew the guidance.
Assume nothing. It will happen.
Direct.
Curiosity must be satisfied.
Alright, so this luminous armor is going to go directly to Shadowheart, for sure. And Shadowheart just had ringmail armor, which is heavy, and this is only medium. But her AC does actually go up with it. And it has an effect that Shadowheart will be making a lot of use of later with the Radiant Shockwave. So, when the wearer deals radiant damage, they cause a Radiant Shockwave, inflict radiating orb in a 3-meter radius. That's going to be very good for later. Okay.
Most excellent.
So at this point, I'm actually going to go ahead and loot the temple and also loot the bits of the Shattered Sanctum, and I will rejoin you in Guts Chambers when I'm done with that. The puzzle room on this path in between Guts Chambers and the way on. You probably can do this without magic. But there's, you can jump to this platform, and then you can jump down here, and there's a skeleton with quite a bit of gold at least, for this stage in the game. It is worth noting that we can see through a crack in the wall, and see that behind that door near the Zent, there's a whole bunch of barrels and crates and even a chest, but all of that is marked as owned, so we're not going in there.
Might be we'll pay him a visit in return.
Okay, we've wrapped up the random looting, and it looks like we're going to be starting from this entrance area next time.